Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be playing the second game in my series, My Journey to 2200 ELO on chess.com rapid play ratings. Let's see if we can find a game. Okay, if you've not seen me before, whilst playing the game I'm going to give you some idea of the thought processes and plans of what goes on inside the what goes on inside my head. I'm currently rated around 1800 over the board and 1900 on chess.com daily games. Haven't played many rapid play games on chess.com, so hence my rapid play rating is a little bit low at the moment. So here we go, we're a couple of moves deep into the game. I'm a d4 player and the guy's going to be playing either a Grunfeld or a King's Indian. So let's see, so bishop g7 with a King's Indian or d5, yeah, okay, so not Grunfeld is d5, so I usually like to play the exchange variation, okay, where white gets a big centre, which is what is established here, okay, and the idea for black is to try and now undermine that centre. It's very important to get the move order correct for white in this position, because usually start off with playing bishop c4 and then try and put the knight there. Okay, and the idea is it's not so easy for that knight to get pinned, because if it goes to f3 it's very easy for it to get pinned, and then it's very easy to drop a pawn in the centre. So let's see how we go. Okay, so as you can see, this is the fluctuations on this particular game, so I'll go up 98 points with a win. Okay, he's captured. I shall draw, well, if I draw 14 points increase, and I'll lose 68 if I lose. Okay, so knight to c6, so I've gotten, this pawn's currently pinned at the moment. I need another defender on it because there's 3 hitting it and only 2 defending, so bishop to e3. It looks like the move. I usually bat this opening out quite quickly, but it's been a while since somebody's played this, so I just need to sit and think about it a little bit. Now if the knight was on f3, bishop to g4, and then that pawn would be looking a little bit sorry for itself. Okay, right. Okay, I remember playing this on chess.com daily games a little while ago, and I'm just trying to remember what I played here. I think it was bishop d2, and then I think, if memory serves me right, the queen goes back to c7. Yeah, I can't really, queen d2 doesn't make any sense. After queen takes queen, king takes, otherwise it'd be dropping a pawn, so there's quite a lot of pressure on the white centre at the moment, but I'm pretty sure that was the move. This is something I really need to look up again, but it's quite rare to come across this these days. So okay, so he's gone back to d8, which is hitting the pawn again, so there's a very great temptation to put the bishop back to e3, but I really don't want to repeat, so maybe can we play bishop c3? It's not a move I've seen before. And after that, would he play queen c7, which sort of like got an extra attack on these 2 bishops. The black bishop would be defended, but the white one wouldn't be. So let's have a think about it. Because I'm out of my book now, so this requires a little bit of thought. So bishop c3. Maybe I'll just castle. We're also good to break this pin as well, so I think we're going to go to c3. Can't see anything wrong with that. Although I've not come across this, queen a5 and then back to d8 before. Okay, so he's castled, I'm going to castle as well. I'm not sure what to expect here. some players play e5, in which case I'll probably just play d5 and shut the centre down, keep that black squared bishop behind this pawn chain. Not sure what my plan is. Normally I like to play f3 just to sort of support the centre a little bit more, but that doesn't seem relevant now because there's no there's no bishop on this square. I think maybe I also need to get something to defend this a little bit more, although now he's moved the queen away. Is that relevant? Like I say, he's got this X-ray attack here, and he's also looking to play rook to d8. So maybe I can play. I was thinking d5, but bishop takes bishop, and then knight takes, and then I've got two undefended pieces down this line. So the immediate threat is to capture this pawn with the knight, and then exposing an attack on this bishop. So that's certainly something I need to look at. I was looking at my initial thought was to play queen b3, but that's probably going to be met with knight a5, and then I'd be forced to capture the knight with a bishop on c3, and then after queen takes, I'm not sure I could live this game without a black bishop or a black squared bishop. I'm not sure what the other alternative is. Maybe bishop back to b3, and then after rook here. Then do I play d5? This is and after bishop takes on c3, knight takes, and then the knight would move away with a discovered attack on this knight, wouldn't it? Can it actually do some damage? If it goes to there, I could play rook to c1. I'm not really certain on this. Or could you go bishop b5? The only thing is I'm not sure what to play after a6. I don't really want to come back to a4, b5, and that's okay. Let's play bishop to b3. Let's see what it gives. I think that covers most of the bases. It would have been ideal to play rook c1, but the threat still loomed of knight takes pawn, and whichever I capture with bishop or knight, then this bishop is hanging, so hence why I moved it. Okay, well that's not a problem. I always play f3 against that sort of thing, so okay, so and now we'll play rook c1, so that queen on c7 is probably not so good there. Now I've put a rook on c1. No doubt at some point he's going to put a rook on d8, so I need to find a good square for my queen. Possibly c2 is the okay. So queen c2. Knight b4's not a move because the bishop's covering it, so I think we're okay at the moment. So what he's probably planning to do after queen c2, bishop back to c8, and then exposes another piece on there and attacking that. So then I'll play rook to d1. I could possibly even play d5 at some point. I want to play d5. Let's go queen c2. Seems a little bit unusual having the bishop on c3. Okay, so now he's gone to b6, which pins that pawn. Also puts another attacker on it, so I think we might be forced to play king h1 here, just to remove the pin, and then that does allow me to play d5. I think maybe he might be planning to play knight b4 as well. which I could probably just sidestep with. Maybe no, I can't play to b2 because the knight comes in there. So we'll play king h1, and then we'll have a think about how we can deal with knight to b4, because I think that's probably coming. I don't really want to play queen d2 because that puts it on the same file as the rook. However, I might be forced to do that. At least it kicks the knight back home. Yeah, how would I deal with bishop c8 here? Can it? Okay. I've obviously missed something, and if he thinks he can take that. Yes, I'm a piece short on him after he played queen b. Yes, I missed it. So what did I... Okay, so that's a bit of a blunder. Could have maybe played rook here, but then yeah, I think it's just going to pile up on it still. So anyway, it's gone now, so let's see what we can make of it. So knight takes, bishop takes, queen to here, rook across. My thoughts at the moment, yeah, I don't think I've got much choice. He's hitting everything with that knight at the moment, so yeah. Right, is it best to play rook across now? Is the queen got a useful square from there if I capture her? Yeah, this wasn't a good start to the game, Dal. No, I'm sure he won't play bishop here if I play rook there, but no, let's not take any chances, let's just capture it. Okay, so he's autoed, played that, yep. Yeah, because I'm a pawn down, I don't really want to start trading pieces off, but yeah, maybe I should play rook d3, double the rooks, and see if we can put a little bit of pressure on. Yeah, I've got no real weaknesses in the position, so yeah, let's just see if we can put some pressure on, and hopefully somehow get the pawn back, or at least activate my pieces a little bit better. Yeah, if he plays rook c8, I think I'm going to play queen d2 and treble up down the d file. Yeah. Okay, it's probably not too much to think about, although he's going to play rook takes c1, isn't he? Yeah, there's not too much I can do about that, I'll just do it. Okay, yeah, not really thinking about seeing some of the moves here. Okay. Just looking at bishop f7 to see if that's on, but I'm not sure it works after king takes f7. No, there's nothing there, is there? Okay, let's play rook c3. And if he plays rook takes c3, queen takes. Just always a little bit worried about him playing queen here if the captures occur. Okay, so materially I'm a pawn down at the moment. Okay, my rooks are fairly active. Yeah, I was half expecting that. Maybe I can treble on the c file now. Yeah, it's probably, I think it's as good as anything, isn't it? Okay. trying not to think too long on the obvious moves, just try and preserve a little bit of time because he's got 3 minutes ahead at the moment. Okay, yeah, space for each player is probably about the same. I've got slightly more space on the king side. He's obviously got a better developed bishop than mine. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a slog, this one. Okay, I'm not sure. Yeah, obviously he's trying to stop me from playing down the c-file. So what's my plan in this position? There's no weakness, no pawn weaknesses on either side really, so it's just going to be a slugfest with all the big pieces. Yeah, I was looking at playing rook d3, but I wonder what happened after if he plays bishop b5 again. So what would that happen then? So rook takes on d8. Rook takes, and then can I go queen c7? That would force an exchange of queens. Queen takes, queen on c7, rook takes, and I'm just about stopping the mate here with rook c1. So maybe I should play h3 just to give my king a square. I don't want to play g3. So king may never get off the first rank in the endgame if a rook ever gets down here, so yeah, we'll play h3. There's no threat at the moment, so I've got a chance to just do that. Just give my king a little bit of luft, a German word for air. Okay, so obviously he's going to double rooks. Okay, and I need to start playing slightly more quickly. Okay, let's face the rooks off. This is going to be yeah, okay. It's just big pieces. They're all probably going to come off soon as well. Yeah, it's quite, apart from the pawn loss, it's quite a level game, this one. It's probably an opening I need to revisit, as it doesn't come up that often. It's not got a very good reputation with some of the better players, but it's tricky if you can't handle it, as I found out to my cost in this one. Yeah, looking maybe play queen c4. I imagine that will probably force a few pieces off if I play that. So queen c4, and then if actually that's then you'll play rook takes. As tempting it is to play, yeah. That kind of stops that idea dead. But it's interesting, he's put all his pawns on white squares and I've got all mine on white squares as well, so which is not good. Usually put them on the opposite colours if possible. So I'm just looking at playing rook takes rook, rook takes rook, rook takes rook again, and then bishop takes. Is there any mileage in that? Yeah, there's nowhere for my queen to infiltrate. Okay. Not sure how to go about this. Let's I'm sure the computer will tell me later. Queen c3, just to have a bit more presence on the dark squares. But is that going to be met with queen f2? No, I'm okay with that, because I can get in on c7 then. After all the captures. Yeah, let's go to c3. I'm not sure, there's not much I can do in this position. I'm kind of waiting for him because he's a pawn up. He's got no weaknesses at all. I'm finding it difficult to actually, you know, provoke some. Okay, yeah, I was half expecting that at some point. The important square of d1's covered by my bishop, so yeah, that was due at some point. So we're both covering each other's key squares on the 8th, and I can't get on the 7th either. So yeah, I think this one's going to be coming down to quite a cagey affair towards the end. Okay, I'm not sure. Okay, I'm not sure what that does. I might go to d8 and he goes king g7. Yeah, now I've lost control of the dark squares. Maybe I'll go. There's no mileage of my queen check at the moment, so let's just play king to h2. He's likely to throw a pawn at me down, maybe h5. That's a problem. Probably should have looked at that before I play king h2. Don't really want to trade queens if I can help it, because I'm a pawn down. That might be difficult in the end game. I mean, if I can get a favourable trade, then maybe where my king's in a better position than his. Yeah, see now this king h2, that's not so good. After h5, h4 is queen check. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty solid, so I could play queen g5 after I've checked him on d8. I think that's probably as good as anything, isn't it? Yeah, there's no weaknesses elsewhere, so let's do it. I might provoke f6, although it's very unlikely. It'd be nice to play f4, f5, but that's not on because the pawn's going to hang from the bishop. And also the queen's supporting f5, so yeah, this is unlike an endgame I've played for a while, so it's very difficult to give some ideas on this one. Perhaps I'll play queen e5 and just see what he gets up to. Yeah, okay, that's a bit of a nothing move. Probably play king here. I was tempted to play h4 myself, but the problem is that might get into trouble in a few moves. So no, let's just play a few more, slightly more quicker moves. See if we can gain a little bit of time on the clock. I wonder if he's going to go b5 and then a5, a4. Try and keep my bishop away. I'm expecting king h7. If he does, I'm going to play queen f6. So my pawn down, a draw wouldn't be such a bad result. I think there's probably not much chance of winning it, so unless he makes a big mistake. Yeah, if king g8, maybe king b8. And then if king h7, queen c7, hitting the pawn, then he's going to have to come to g8 or g7. Then there's a check on e5 against g7, which is where we are now, or a check on b8. Yeah, if he goes to that square. So in the absence of anything better, maybe just keep repeating. Or can I take on e6? Go perpetual that way. Yeah, I think this is less risky. So let's give him a check on that square. He's got no big threat on mine at the moment. I'm expecting king h7, which case, yeah, queen c7, yeah. There's no sensible way to defend that pawn other than g8 or g7 with a king, yeah. Yes, so this is the second time I've reached this position, so if it happens a third time then it's a draw. Okay, so he's gone to there on this occasion. So maybe I can go to here. f4. If g5, then queen there, and then that. Oh, in fact, I can just take that pawn. So now this looks like it's going to get repeated. Yep, okay, so yes, finished a draw because the position occurred 3 times on the board, so threefold repetition, and it's just analysing the game. So let's have a quick look. Yes, there's a blunder, okay, a couple of mistakes as well, so let's see how that went. Game review's not working, unfortunately, which is what happened in my first video as well, but hey ho. Oh, here it is, it's back. Okay, so yeah, 83.8 versus 84.3. So let's have a quick look at it. Let's see where I went wrong. So I made 1 inaccuracy, 2 mistakes, 5 misses. There was supposed to be a blunder in there somewhere, but no, it looks like it's been downgraded to a miss or something. Opponent, 4 mistakes, 3 misses. So okay, so let's have a quick look. Yeah, I mean this is all book stuff, so yeah, I play it to there, as I say, because I don't want to play it to f3, which I think is also a book move, but then the pawn gets severely under pressure because of the bishop coming to there, and it's much more difficult to break the pin because you don't have an f3 you can play. So that's not quite that's obviously a book move, but it's not as popular. It's normally knight c6 on the previous move. Okay, so we're still in book. Yep. Okay. Right, okay, so this is the first one that's not book, and that's the best move, okay, and right, now this is where I wasn't sure. Oh, okay, so that is the best move in the position as well, so fair enough. Okay, so what was better than castling? Queen d2. Okay, I'm not sure why. Maybe you can slide a rook across to d1 just to reinforce the centre a little bit more. So okay, so that's probably a move I need to play in the future, or certainly look at. Okay, so I missed a couple of moves. So castles, queen c7. Okay. Right, now what was the best move in that position? Because I was a little bit unsure on this. so I could have got away with rook c1, which is what I did consider. So what would happen after knight takes pawn? It's obviously something that probably wasn't right. Okay, so obviously, oh yeah, of course I can just play bishop takes, and this is defending it. So okay, so that's quite an easy miss. Never mind. So bishop b3. Yeah, that's a question mark. Or an inaccuracy. Yep. So f3. Okay. Yep. Now then, rook c1. That's okay. What was a better move? b1. Yeah, I know b1's quite thematic because it normally puts pressure on this pawn, but that's usually in other lines, and it's usually a little bit earlier. So I'm not sure why in this particular one, in this particular game. Okay, so rook to d8 is a mistake for some reason. Okay, so why? Okay, yeah, presumably because rook to d8 is the other rook belongs there, and then obviously the queen's rook, which starts here, it belongs on that square, so that makes sense. Okay, now and obviously I've missed that, but that seems to be a natural developing move. Okay, now that was a good move, and I missed the fact that I was more concerned about the pin on the pawn. So I was focused on that and not thinking that I'd taken the defender away from that pawn when I played queen c2, and he's renewed an extra attacker on it, so it's 3 against 2, hence why this pawn drops in a minute. So maybe d5 was the move here. Sorry, I couldn't play it at the moment because obviously the king on g1. So what could I have played? Maybe, yeah, rook f to d1 I think is the move. And then, yeah, then he plays e5, so that's probably why it's gone to as bad as it has, to minus 0.6. Anyway, so king h1, and then let's see what the best move was. Yeah, rook f to d1. Would he play e5? Okay. No, I'm surprised at that. Yeah, well, I thought e5 would be better, but let's have a quick look and see how that pans out. So rook b1 is the move here. Okay, yeah, no, I probably wouldn't find that in the game, but the obvious threat is bishop takes f7 check, and then picking up the queen. So you could probably just almost ignore that. So that takes away one of the attackers, and then I can just play e5. Okay, so that makes sense. Although that would have been very difficult to find, especially in a rapid play game. So king h1, which was supposedly an okay move, but no, I've just lost a pawn here. Okay, so for some reason it doesn't recommend that. Okay, so it wants to go after this. Yeah, I'm surprised. Anyway, personally I would probably take the free pawn as black. Yeah, so that's fine. Okay, so what was wrong with rook there? Is there a way to get the pawn back? I can't see anything. Bishop f7's nothing. Rook f to d1 seemed natural. Queen c7, I don't see it. Maybe hitting yeah, I'm probably hitting the pawn on b7. So let's see what the best move would have been. So it is queen c7. Let's have a very quick look at see what the deal is with that. So takes. Yeah, but after queen, no, sorry, after this, presumably you can just play b5. I'm not sure what I'm threatening as white. I'm obviously winning some. Oh yes, okay. So then it's rook f to d1, and as the queen moves, then the piece is dropped, isn't it? So that's the idea. So queen, yeah. So queen c7 is only good if you can see the follow-up tactics after trying to defend or do something about this pawn being threatened. Is playing rook f to d1, which is hitting the bishop afterwards as well, because the queen can't defend it. So okay, so that's a little bit of a miss, but that in a rapid play game that's quite advanced. So okay, so queen b6 wasn't the best move. Let's just very quickly see what the best move was. Okay, I probably would have just played rook d3 against that and then double my rooks. Anyway, let's move it on. Okay. Interesting. Oh, what did I miss there? No, it couldn't have been bishop f7. Let's have a look. Okay, queen g5. It certainly puts a little bit more pressure on than the pressure I applied anyway, so yeah, you're throwing, yeah, you're probably throwing the h4 pawn, h4, h5, h6, and then maybe try and get mate on this square is possibly the plan. Yeah, h4, h5, yeah, okay. Oh, okay. Fair enough. So I've missed a couple of moves here. So queen c2 after rook d8, bishop c6, yeah, h3, yeah, just give the king a bit of luft, yeah, doubles up. Okay, so what was my better move in that situation? Yeah, okay, that makes sense, because at least then I can challenge down the c-file. So after bishop takes, queen takes, then I'm threatening the rook initially. So rook across, defends, and then do I play rook c8? Yeah, probably looks okay, doesn't it? And I'm keeping him out of d1, so that's fine. Right, so I'll play rook d3, rook f to d8, rook d1, e6, queen c3. Okay, just trying to wrestle some of the black square's control. So what was better than that? Okay, yeah, it's just trading all the pieces off, isn't it? Okay, doesn't really tell you what follows though. So anyway, so after queen c3, and then all the pieces do come off. Well, except queens and bishops and pawns. Yeah, queen f2. Oh, that's interesting. So presumably that's because now I've got control of some black squares after d8 and then g5, etc. Yeah, that was. Yeah, presumably I should just play the check. Yeah. Okay, yeah, we'll leave it at that. I'm not sure, I don't like the way it just rushes on like that. Anyway, so queen f2, king h2, and h5. Yeah. What did black miss? Yeah, that's just obviously to control the diagonal and make sure I haven't got a perpetual or a way of repeating the position. But yeah, I think I'm not sure why it gives them an exclamation point for that, because it seems to be an only move. I mean, king h7's okay, but that was queen f6, and then yeah, we would sort of repeat the circle of what we did. So what was so bad about that? Oh, okay, that's interesting. So presumably there's a perpetual check or something there after pawn takes. Yeah, okay, let's slow it down. So yeah. what happens. Queen d6, king f7, queen c7. So we get to... yeah, I'm not sure I'd be comfortable with that. A piece down. Piece for a couple of pawns. Yeah, that'd be a little bit ropey. I did consider sacking a little bit later, but yeah, I'm not in that position. I'm not sure I'd like that. Okay, so queen g5, didn't like it. A6, yeah. I mean, now it's coming up as 0-0, so obviously the computer realises then there's a chance to repeat position for me. I don't see any other real way. Oh, I'm actually winning now, so what? Oh, what the heck did I miss here? So I've suddenly gone to plus 1.82. So how would I win a pawn? Wow, let's see if we can find it. Oh, just go queen f8. Queen f8, and you can't defend on h7. The queen's too far out of the action as well. Oh wow, so once that drops, then probably e6 is going to drop, and then, oh my goodness, yeah, so I missed that. Just looking for the draw, 'cause it's materially down. Okay, so let's just confirm that. The queen takes, yeah. Yeah, that's a bit of a miss, so I'd actually be a pawn up in that situation, and with a passed pawn and one that's potentially going to be passed, then there's a chance of winning that, although obviously it's a question of black square control after that. Okay, so I missed that, so I just repeated the position. Yeah, that's a miss, and then the king goes there, and then it's just repeat from there. There's not, I don't really see much else I can play, so yeah, it's a draw. Okay, a bit of an anticlimax, I suppose, but obviously I'm quite thankful that I managed to draw the game, because I was pawn down and it was very, very tight. You know, both camps had got a white squared bishop, and obviously white pawns on white squares, queen and pawns, and with a bishop are quite tricky endgames at the best of times. So I think probably, you know, although I've gone out of jail a little bit there, being the pawn down, I think a draw was a fair result. Anyway, I hope you liked the video. Leave your comments in the comments section and let me know what you would like to see in future videos. Like and subscribe if you want more content, and all the best with your games, and thank you. I'm Dale Jackson. You have been watching Jacko Chess, and until next time, goodbye.